Hi, I'm here. Sorry. I got stuck here on a thing. All right. Now I'm muted. Okay. Sorry. Hi, I'm here. I'm here. All right. Hey, Autistic Shell. Hi, Steffi. Where are we? Hey, Megan. Hi, Lily. Hi, Reagan. Hi, Green Worm. Hey, Sunny D. Jane White, Aliar. What's up, everyone? Hi. Hi. Oh boy. So yeah, sorry I've been a little MIA lately. I haven't been feeling that good, but I'm feeling better now. I'm on an antibiotic, so there's no drinking tonight. Not happy about that. I have no work tomorrow. How's that noise? He's playing something in the other room, and it just sounds like a bunch of screaming kids or yapping dogs, one or the other. I don't know which. So, what's up? I'm having a good night. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I lately I've been going through some old messages and stuff like that. And this one message that I've been going through had a bunch of stuff from the beginnings of the 7M saga, I guess you could call it. And the other night I went over some screenshots and everything in one of the videos. And then now tonight I'm going to go over another video. Yeah. I forgot about this video. It's a good video. So I think that this might be where 7M grabbed a lot of their evidence for defamation. I believe it was an Instagram live video. Yeah, I know it was Instagram live because she didn't really do much with 7M on her channel. So this was an Instagram live video, and it's no longer up on her Instagram, which I'm not surprised. I mean, she probably took that shit down, like, I don't know, as soon as she received like the petition filing or some shit like that. At least I would have. Probably. I don't know. But as far as when this live stream was, I received wait, wrong one. I received the live stream in my messages on April 3rd, 2022. So, and oh yeah, Drunk Instagram Live, it says. That's what it's titled. Oh, that's funny. So here, let me pull that up. And which one is it? Oh, it's this one. Yep, there we go. Wait, which one is this then? Oh. Huh. Why did it say separately like that or different? I wonder. Okay, so now I can do playback speed in here. Yep. Okay, I get good. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do that. I don't really feel like having her face plastered all over the screen. I don't. Now you know Instagram lost the video. Well, Instagram deleted it, right? I mean, yeah. I know, Drunk Instagram Live. There were so many. So, yeah. But okay. This is also the video where, if you see my most recent short that I uploaded, Kitty Joy being like, I think unintentionally and obviously unknowingly bit racist or racially insensitive at least anyway. It's this video where I grabbed that from, and I'm putting together another one too. But yeah, I took a little bit autistic shell, just a tiny bit, like a stem with a cap. Big fat. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I can't drink, so almost seems lucid now. I don't get it. All right, I'm lost. So is there another lawsuit in the works? I don't know. I've been hearing about that. Rumor has it there's the Dion. I can't remember their name exactly, or something like that. One of the TLC shows families. Rumor has it that they were pursuing a lawsuit, and then Balls shared something yesterday, which gave the impression that TLC, the TV network, was considering filing suit against Katie Joy. That'd be the end of her. The TV network, TLC of all networks too, like going after a YouTube blogger, like they would end her. They would end her career. I should be specific here, but yeah, I think that would do her. And I think that anyone else, pretty much like any of these other families, anyone suing her, I don't think it's going to be the thing that takes her out, virtually anyways. I think if anything, they're probably just going to help her grow. But TLC going after her, yeah, I think that's going to be the thing. That's going to be the thing that ends the things. I don't know though. We'll see. What the hell do I know? I could be wrong. All right, so without further ado, let's get this shit started. Wait, where am I? Oh wait, I'm sorry, I gotta put my earbuds on so it doesn't play through the house. All right, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, why is it not coming through on my sound prep options? There we go. All right, all set.
Feeling a little sassy.
We're 2 seconds in, if that, and I'm already rolling my eyes. Like, really? Like, is it saucy or is it sassy? Which is it? Or are you just unsure of how to pronounce it? I don't know.
Irritated. And ready to share with you some details. First of all, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, when am I going to get back to the Duggars and reality?
If you're new here, run now, fast while you can.
Television. When this group stops abusing people. So yes, my Snoop shirt. I feel like I'm totally in my pajamas right now. So tonight I want to share with you some information. It's weird because the Shins have been smearing me and like acting like I'm Antichrist and I'm the worst one. I'm so mean and I'm lying and I'm a horrible mom and I'm a bad person.
Now, maybe I just have a faulty memory or whatever, but I don't remember the Shins saying anything about Katie Joy, really. Like, that's the one thing that stood out with the 7M lawsuit over like the Chrisley lawsuit or even the Toddy and Westbrook lawsuit. It was like 7M has acted like she doesn't exist, though they're suing her, but when it comes to social media presence or whatever, they act like she doesn't fucking exist pretty much. I don't recall 7M saying any of these things, though I could be wrong. I don't know.
But I can assure you that at no time in my life have I ever sent an email to a woman that is my mentee, who I'm assigned to be their spiritual guider, and derail them and degrade them. And
why do I feel like I just don't believe that? Like, I have nothing to go on here. Like, there's nothing that's coming to mind that debunks what she's saying. Like, I have nothing, not even a hint of anything. But I feel it in my gut that's just wrong. It's a lie. I don't know.
The emails that Hannah is sending to these women is so disgusting. If you can imagine, Miranda, Kendra, Alex getting these kinds of emails daily, this is the message that they're hearing. This is what they're seeing every time they speak to a church leader. I wanted to show you this specifically because I want to show you how they scare people. This is a simple email that is sent out to members for Christmas. This was sent in 2017. And she says, as always, it is a privilege to serve with you.
Sorry, it's going to pause for a second because these aren't sounding right. I only have one, though, in this pair. Oh. Right. And, right. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that.
All day until the day of our rapture. Until the day of our rapture, we are stronger together. It's not until the day that we die, it's till the day of our rapture. Believing that life is going to end with rapture. Not that we will die, but that the world is coming to an end. And that we must prepare for doomsday. This is a doomsday cult. This is from Hannah Grace Shin.
She says doomsday, and the only thing that comes to mind is that song by Korn and Limp Bizkit, All in the Family, or Keep It in the Family, or something like that. It's doomsday, kid. It's doomsday.
In 2017. Until the day of our rapture.
All right, I'm gonna skip over these email things because I already watched this video, or clear through, and it's I don't really give a shit about that.
There will be moments I will face the consequences. Who the fuck are you, Hannah, to tell anyone? What gives you the fucking right to tell anybody to obey you? What have you done in your life that qualifies you to tell a grown woman that if they don't obey you, they will face consequences? If any of you are questioning,
I'm just going to go. I'm just going to say it. Nothing really qualifies anyone to say that, except for the person that it's being said to. Like, that person is the only person or thing or whatever that can verify or qualify someone saying this to another person. Like, think about it. If someone's saying that to someone and it's falling on deaf ears, then it has no effect. It's comical almost. But if someone's saying that to someone lands on attentive ears and submissive ears, well, then it means something. So that's what I'm of the opinion that is the qualifying feature needed for someone to say this effectively.
What the hell these girls are going through, this is what they're facing every fucking day. This is what they're fucking facing. This bullshit. This is abuse. This is trafficking. This is coercion. This is manipulation.
There's a trafficking claim. Trafficking. Oh yeah, she gets more into it.
This is someone who was in your church for fucking years, Hannah, and you went off on her like this. And then you tell them in other emails, it's such a pleasure to serve with you until the day of our rapture. To not make them forget that soon their day is coming and the end times are here. So you scare your members with the fear of fucking burning in hell. And then you tell them if they don't obey you, then what? What gives you the right? What gives you the right? Who the fuck are you? You're no one. You are no one. You are a woman that has forged signatures on checks. You are a woman that has coerced people to allow you.
Okay, is it just me? Or when she says that, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, Hannah? You are a woman. And she pauses and then goes on to who forged checks or whatever. I don't know, man. I hear that and I think, whoa, way to degrade and belittle being a woman. Like, who the fuck are you? You are a woman. You know, that's how it sounds. It's crazy because she claims to be like, I don't know, just not a misogynist, and claims to be someone who's very supportive of the female gender or whatnot, possibly even a feminist, one might say. But the way she says that, it's almost like subliminal or like Freudian almost.
To go into their bank accounts and pay and take money out of their bank accounts, you are not helping these people. And if you think for 1 second that it is not lost on me.
Oh, but a lot's lost on you, I think.
That this is not you writing this, you have another fucking thing coming. So you allow them to rest and are free to nap and socialize. You are found out. Emails, audio, video, photographs, titles, real estate transactions, everything. We know about the double dipping and the illegal stuff you're doing in real estate where you're doing escrow accounts when you're not supposed to.
She just now accused Hannah of breaking the law in her state through her profession and through her job. I mean, I don't, maybe it's true. I don't fucking know. I have no clue. But I'm willing to bet that she doesn't either.
In the state of California, it's not legal for the agent to also hold escrow and do mortgage, and yet you're doing all three and hiding behind fake, like, alter egos when you're doing it. Your former workers know what you're doing, and they're ready to expose every last bit of it. They know about you going into their bank accounts and taking money to buy.
Would those be like former disgruntled workers? I mean, I wonder. I feel like that should be clarified. I mean, I would want to clarify that if I were claiming to be using former workers as a source. I want to clarify that this is not like they don't have a dog in the fight. This isn't a tainted source or whatever. Like they're here, for good reasons or something.
Buy your luxury cars. They know about Robert and his sexual harassment.
I'm sorry.
Multiple of them have told me about a young woman having to escape.
I'm a dumbass. I'm sorry. Yes, happy birthday, Megan. Hi. Happy birthday. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. I said happy birthday to her on Twitter, but I should have said it right off the bat and then the live stream here. I'm so sorry. Happy birthday, though, Megan. You moderate. I saw you come in. Who the fuck are you, Hannah? Hi, OAH. OAH. It's hard to say fast.
In the middle of a night because Robert wouldn't let her leave because she allegedly turned down his advances.
Took her a second to think of the word advances, which, yay. I'm the same way. Sometimes words completely escape me. I shouldn't judge. But there we have accusing Robert of what, like holding someone hostage, basically, because like she's claiming that this person had escaped in the dead of the night, would like leave nothing, like leave everything behind, like take nothing with you, just get the fuck out kind of thing. But that sounds to me like they were being kept there against their will, right? Because no one who can come and go freely as they choose needs to wait into the middle of the night and sneak the fuck out, right? So, and then she accuses Shin of, well, I guess sexual harassment, maybe.
She wouldn't have sex with him, so he put her like on restrictions and told her she couldn't go anywhere. Took her car, took her phone, took everything.
Stealing property.
And she had to escape in the middle of the night.
Escape.
Because she felt like you guys were going to kill her. That's in court records, Hannah.
Life
threatening? How are you going to deny that? Are you going to deny that woman's testimony? Who's Rojo?
Yeah, who's Rojo? I hate not being able to see her chat.
You wanted my receipts. They're giving me the receipts because they're mad. You pissed off so many people that I'm just the one that's reporting it. I'm
Hey, Indigo Halo.
You're the one that hurt these people. They have all of the evidence to prove what you've done to them. They know that you haven't changed, and they know what you're doing today. Why have they waited so long to bring this out? You're going to victim shame women that were abused.
How is that shaming?
You're going to victim shame them for not speaking out sooner.
Okay, I take a little bit of issue with this because clearly, according to her, they already spoke out because this was testimony, she said, in a previous lawsuit from what was it, like 2017 or 2011 or something. I can't remember, whatever. Years old, years prior, anyways. Okay. So clearly they've already spoken out. So the question, why have they waited this long to like come out maybe again or something? What, you're going to tell them when they should speak out, but they've already spoken out. So yeah, I think that's a legitimate question. If this is the testimony they gave, if these were the claims that they made many years ago, why did they wait? And why did they have to wait until Katie Joy came around to bring it all out to the public?
I have listened to these women cry, bawl their eyes out, because they didn't believe that they could do anything at all. They didn't think anyone would believe them. They didn't think anyone would trust a word they said. You took people who were vulnerable, who had troubled backgrounds.
Which, I mean, I'm sure that that fear never goes away. It provide, assuming that their claims are in fact accurate. I mean, I don't doubt that this has always been a fear and would always stay a fear. But I mean, it seems like for her to play on this fear of theirs, to use it, to exploit it, seems disingenuous because according to her, they've already gotten over this fear at some point in the past and spoken up in a court of law. So, and I don't doubt that they still have the fear. I'm not doubting that. But I feel like her representation of the fear is disingenuous and exploitative and inaccurate, basically.
You took kids who came from abusive homes, who wanted security and wanted a place for a family, and you just stomped all over them. You screamed at them, you yelled at them, you demanded that they work for you, you took their money from their bank accounts.
What? Did they adopt a bunch of kids and then turn them into indentured servants or something? I mean, what?
You exploited people with autism, with mental health issues. When people were having mental illness breakdowns, I was told by multiple sources that you guys would just lock them in rooms and let them scream. You don't allow them to go to the doctor. What about the woman that almost died when she was pregnant because you wouldn't allow her to go to the doctor?
So attempted murder, although probably attempted manslaughter, maybe. I don't know. Involuntary? It would be voluntary. No, I think it'd be voluntary. But still, it's a crime.
What about the woman who was vomiting so severely that she almost died? And she saved her life by going to the doctor and getting on an IV and antibiotics. But under the advice of the church, she would have died. What about the husband that killed himself? What about Catherine's husband who committed suicide?
That's dark.
Catherine's husband wanted her out. He wanted the kids out. He didn't want them in Shekinah. He was so depressed. All he wanted was his family back. But they were so sucked in, and he got so depressed that he ended his life. What about Thomas?
Sorry, I'm just switching ear things again because these are getting
What about Thomas?
I don't know. It's very annoying.
Gigi, I blocked you.
Sound.
This is a receipt.
And these aren't working now.
All the court records are
What is it with these
receipts.
rhinos?
All of it. These are B-Dash's own words saying that they control his bookings and finances. Those are B-Dash's words. Jojo, we're working on it. We're doing everything we can to get the police involved, to get the FBI involved, to get someone in the authority world to take this seriously.
Give me just 1 second to try. If this doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Output, okay.
This is a judge. Shekinah Church required virtually absolute obedience. And I also think the evidence showed that the Shekinah Church required most of the members to give up their free will. Thank you, Jojo.
Oh, these sound so much better.
I love you, Jojo. I love your Instagram gives me life. If you aren't following Jojo Gomez, she is the antithesis of everything that's not Shekinah Church. She's like exudes positivity and body,
okay.
Like she's body positive. She's not shaming women to be stick thin. She owns who she is. This is not a religious nonprofit organization. It's not, but a secular for-profit company. They aren't, there's no like cult division. I'm sorry. The problem with the lawsuit with Lydia was exactly that. They said that there was coercion. They said there was manipulation. They said that Robert was behaving in a...
From here for the rest of the stream is when she really gets into shit.
Appropriately. They said that the way that he treated members was not appropriate, but they didn't want to get in the middle of it because if they dictated what someone donated to the church, then every church member out there could sue their church saying they didn't want to tithe and they were coerced. Except in the case of Lydia, she was coerced, she was manipulated, she was abused. I mean, the judge said that what they did to Lydia was horrible. They found Lydia more credible than Robert.
Hey, Reagan, member for 13 months, Lord Trill. Keep up the great work. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Hey, Al Capone, how you doing? Yes, she's talking about 7M. Yes. Hi, Java Man. The crazy lady. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Ishmael. Hey, Mikkel. Hey, Dr. A. Hey, Brennan Grey Wolf. All right, I think I'm good. Oh, hey, Frankie Frankenstein. And I think that's it. If I missed you, I apologize, but I don't think I missed anyone. I don't know. Come on. There we go.
I am working with a team. We are working to get this out to the wider public. It's going to take time. Promise you it's coming. I just can't tell you about it yet. The reason why I'm not giving up on this is because of that. I have an entire team behind me. We want justice for Lydia. We want justice for all of the victims. We want justice for the women that Lydia's own attorney pointed out in court that if he was a business owner and he sexually harassed his employees, he would have been held responsible. If Mr. Shin sexually harassed his employees like he harassed the female members of church, he would be held liable under the state laws of California. Just because it's a religious corporation and not just a regular corporation, the law is not really any different. You can't take that conduct and hide it behind the First Amendment. We're in a different time than 2009 and 10 when Lydia went to court. We're post Me Too. The courts are a lot more sympathetic to victims of sexual assault, sexual abuse, and sexual harassment.
So is she saying that Lydia was a victim of sexual abuse, assault, and or harassment? because I thought with Lydia, I thought it was primarily like not being paid her wages or some shit, or fraud or theft or something.
I mean, Robert, I haven't even brought up your immigration fraud. What about all the green cards and the green card marriages? And then using those marriages, forcing people into these marriages, and then using that over their heads to intimidate them so they don't turn you into the police.
Okay, serious question here. Like you hear this, I don't know, this ruse or whatever being used all the time in movies, on TV shows, or even in real life or whatever. Is it really that easy to trick the federal government that you are in fact in a genuine marriage full of love when you're not? Like, see, I think of it little less than like what you see on I don't know, like romantic comedies or whatever. I think more like along the lines of Shameless, the TV show there, and was it Showtime or HBO? I forget. Where Jimmy, he was married to this cartel's daughter, or whatever, so she could stay in the country. And well, I think the cartel boss or whatever also assumed that they were in love or whatever, but that wasn't the case. And then immigration would just pop by or whatever whenever the fuck they felt like. And if he was not in the home with his beautiful young wife there, happy and in love, then they were fraud, and she would get shit back, which is exactly what happened in the show. So that's what I picture. I picture it's more difficult, something along that lines, Is it?
What about your daughter's green card marriage?
No, it's not easy.
What about the forced marriages?
Forced marriages.
Using people who are vulnerable, who are immigrants,
Okay.
and then using that over their head? No.
Who's being forced into the marriage here, though? Because she says green card marriages. So I hear that, and I am to assume, right? I think that the person who wants the marriage is the person moving to the country who does not yet have a green card. So they're marrying into a green card. So I hear that, and I think that the person being forced to marry is the citizen. But then she's talking about it as though it's reversed, that the immigrants are being exploited and being like sold into marriage or whatever with these citizens, and they get a green card in exchange or something. I mean, I don't think that she really knows what exactly it is she thinks is happening here. She just knows that Shin is doing it, basically. Hi, Sue Elliott.
Chloe needed a green card.
Hi, Renelle.
You wanted Chloe to be the next big thing, and it didn't work. You wanted Daniel to be the next thing. It didn't work. Now it's Isaiah. Do
How?
Chloe and Daniel need to be reported to immigration for falsifying their marriage records? It's also a crime to orchestrate these types of marriages, Robert. I truly don't feel like the people that were forced into these situations should be penalized. Like, I'm completely honest.
I'm confused. Out of Chloe and Daniel, which one wasn't the citizen? Because I was under the impression that Daniel was a citizen and that Chloe was a citizen. I mean, her father. I mean, Chloe's Robert Shin's daughter, right? So, I mean, he's Canadian. He's lived in the United States for how long now? I would assume that his daughter has obtained citizenship by now, or by then, whatever. And then, like, I don't understand.
I don't think the person that got the green card or even the person that was forced to marry them should be held responsible. I feel like the person that's forcing it She's
Right.
the one that's held responsible.
Oh, that's nice. The person orchestrating it should be held responsible or whatever. Of course, because that's who she wants to see punished for. But Renelle says, Chloe did not need to marry Daniel to get a green card. Her father, Robert, could have grandfathered her. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. So I don't understand what the... Okay.
And why is it on the day that you knew Kelly and Dean were going to be in town? Did you suddenly and abruptly send Miranda and James off on like some event?
Well, see, the event clearly was taking place, right? Is she alleging that Robert created this elaborate event just for the sake of sending Miranda and her husband out of town on that day? Or was there in fact an event that wanted to contract their company on that day, and therefore he did what he's supposed to do as a management or agent or whatever and sent them out, right? I mean,
we know you create fake accounts. We have proof.
I mean, think about that though. I as an agent or whatever is a representative for these dancers. Was he supposed to tell this event, no, I can't send them out because her parents are in town. I can't do that to them. Yes, it's true. I'm here to represent their wants, desires, and goals professionally, but I must put her parents' wants and desires above all else. Like, why would that be acceptable?
We have videos, we have audio.
Of what?
You're not going to sue anyone. If you sue me, everything comes out. And that's not a threat. That's just literally the truth. And you don't want that.
Who doesn't want that?
Because the people that I'm talking to aren't lying. The court records aren't lying. And this isn't North Korea. I've been struggling with this part of it so hard, you guys, and I just want to be honest. The victims I speak to are Korean, and some of them are immigrants. And for a lot of them, it reminds them of home and how North Korea treats their people. And they've said that it's like he's emulating Kim Jong-un. He's taken what Kim Jong-un does and he's applied it to this. And I'm not.
Has she ever accused Jim Bob Duggar of being like Kim Jong-un? Has she ever compared the IBLP to North Korea? Why is she doing it with this company? But it's not about race with her, y'all. It's not.
I'm not going back to that. You have people that have come from really difficult backgrounds and know the oppressiveness of Korea. And you're like replicating that here for them through the same fear tactics. And you know that they're scared of that. You know that these immigrants from Korea are scared of that.
I'm sorry, how many fucking immigrants are there from Korea? Like, I don't know. This seems a little bit racially motivated for her to say these things. I don't get it.
That's like,
yes, Dr.
I
A.
learned a lot about Korea in the last few weeks. I'll say that.
Oh my God.
These people are strong. Strong. Tell everyone how you bought your Bentley, Robert. Show everyone where you got the money for your Bentley.
Did Kim Jong-un buy it for him? I'm confused.
We know where it came from.
North Korea? I mean, I don't understand the correlation here. Dr. A says, she acts as though they owe her an explanation. She is the most entitled human I've seen in a hot minute. Yes. Yes, that's what I've been saying. It's like, I mean, I think everyone can be accused of having a sense of entitlement to some degree at some point in their lives. Okay. I mean, so I understand that. But I'm not talking a normal example of entitlement here. This is an extreme. It's like an affliction of entitlement. Like entitlement is the disease here, I think, in my opinion, allegedly, whatever.
I don't know why Shirley, as a lawyer, you would want to be involved in this. You're going to lose your license. You're going to get sparred for this.
Ooh.
Why you would risk your livelihood and your life and your profession,
your life,
for this man makes me so confused.
I'm not sure that it was a very wise thing for her to very publicly and definitively accuse an attorney of conspiring. Really.
She didn't lose and didn't show up at court. Who are you? April.
Yeah, April.
Okay, Hannah.
April, Hannah.
Okay, Hannah, why'd you send this? Why'd you send this in 2017? This was not a decade ago. This was 5 years ago. This was December of 2019, the day of our rapture.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
You know what's really sad for Lydia? All of the evidence was against Catherine. And you know what Catherine did in the middle of the lawsuit, like a coward? She filed for bankruptcy because she knew if she filed for bankruptcy, the lawsuit would go nowhere. All the evidence was so overwhelming against Catherine. Even the judge said that. But because she was no longer a defendant, because of the bankruptcy, there was nothing the court could do.
Question. I believe it was a civil case that she's referencing here. So does filing for bankruptcy while you're a defendant in a lawsuit suddenly make you able to not be a defendant in said lawsuit? I mean, because I thought that judgments could still be issued against a person even when they have nothing left to honor the judgment with. Like even when they're broke, they can still owe money, right? They can be like even adjudicated to owe money, right? So I'm unsure why bankruptcy would disqualify someone from being held financially responsible or liable, whatever. Oh yeah, it totally sounded like a threat. Yeah. Make you crave grape crush. The grape Fanta's better though. Just, if you get grape, you might want to do that. Yeah, dude, I can't think of anything. And twaddled. I just saw that, sure, Jan. Hi. It's funny. And twaddled. Oh, God, I gotta remember that. Bankruptcy doesn't preclude you from winning a judgment in a lawsuit. That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. She's crazy.
She could testify, but they couldn't make a judgment because she wasn't the defendant. So you make her file for bankruptcy right before.
That's true. They couldn't issue a judgment on her because she wasn't a defendant in the lawsuit. I concur. But why wasn't she no longer a defendant? It wasn't because she filed bankruptcy. I mean, sure, maybe that might be depending on the circumstances, it could be like a smart option or whatever for one side to go with if what they're after is a financial win. I mean, I don't even know if that's the case. I don't know. Just
or right before it goes to trial. The judge said there was a preponderance of evidence against Catherine. It was damning.
but she wasn't a defendant, right? Why
They
would
did win the lawsuit. It was on a
he say that?
technicality. Catherine was
Oh my God, I'm so sexist. I just assumed that the judge was male. I said, why would he say that? But no, seriously though, like, I mean, if the person wasn't a defendant, why would the judge come out and say that there's all this evidence against that person who's not listed as a defendant in this lawsuit? Like, why would the judge point the finger at someone who wasn't considered a defendant? I don't know. That seems strange.
was out because of the bankruptcy and the First Amendment.
What?
The judge did not want to intervene on church affairs.
Oh. Yeah, I could see that.
Catherine Yee, his sister. I knew the day I met you, women intuition, baby doll, you were all washed up.
What? Wait, what?
It is stupid how bankruptcy will stop a trial.
Damn it.
Miss Yee, the judge did not want to intervene on church affairs. Catherine Yee, his sister.
Right here.
I knew the day I met you, women intuition, baby doll, you were all washed up.
She was reading a comment.
It is.
I wouldn't know who
bankruptcy will
fucking
stop
said
a
that.
trial. Let me see if I can find it. Miss Yee, I thought she made a good appearance, but the weight of the evidence certainly was against her. And although there was some slight inconsistency with documentary evidence, which she testified to, I think the majority of the reason why the court would not necessarily believe her is the great weight of the evidence against her. That was a judge talking about Catherine Yee and why there was so much evidence against her.
I think we're missing context, though. I think we need more context on that.
You know what's weird is though, like 4 church members have filed for bankruptcy. It's like he gets everyone else to do is like be his fall guy. The trial was in 2011.
Are they filing bankruptcy and claiming his loans or debt? I mean, how are they being a fall guy for him owing money for if they're filing bankruptcy on behalf of themselves?
And then the tax claim was in 2012. Michelle's probably like, Hannah. So, and oh, are you really a successful businessman? In 2011, when Catherine filed for bankruptcy, you guys closed 4 of your businesses. You lost all of your money. You lost your cars, your assets. You didn't even have money to pay for the attorneys.
But yeah, he owns a Bentley today. I mean, I don't think you get from destitute to Bentley in 10 years by being a shit businessman, right? God damn it.
You sent emails to members and asked them to pay for your lawyer's fees when she sued you. That's how broke you were.
I seem to recall someone starting a GoFundMe campaign to pay for a lawsuit against someone else for defamation, right? I seem to recall someone doing that back in what, like 2020, I think. So are we to just assume that that's how poor she was then?
He gave up his degree, his doctor's. When you can be a grifter and con people for money, would you rather be a good person? He doesn't
What?
He doesn't let people go to the doctor. He believes
Okay, I think I'm going to go on a limb here and say that we are all capable of grifting should we feel we wanted to or felt we had to. So it's the very fact that we choose not to. Yeah, I think that's a good argument that we choose to be a good person, or just we choose to not be a shit person anyway. So
he can heal them. So if any of these dancers have any sort of mental health issues or any medications that they need to sustain their lives, I would be afraid for them if I were their parent. Oh, he's drinking non-alcoholic wine. It's grape juice, basically. He doesn't drink. He just drinks like non-alcoholic wine.
Why do you even... I'm sorry. If I were her, I would not even breathe any life into those comments. If I at least, whatever, if I wanted to either cover up my husband's drinking or just not feed into the rumors that my husband's a drunk or whatever, whatever the case is, you don't feed into the comment. You definitely don't fucking platform it.
No, his medical license wasn't revoked. He's not going to be able to get relicensed. So in the state of California, he surrendered his license voluntarily. And after 5 years, you can't reapply. He would have to do a lot of work. He has not been licensed for over 20 years.
You can reapply.
He has not had an active license since 1994. He's not. I'm
curious. So to obtain a license to practice medicine, I just always kind of assumed it was kind of like obtaining a license to practice law. Like you had to pass an exam or whatever to obtain the license, much like you have to pass the bar exam to obtain the right to practice law. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know why I think that's the case. Really, I have no idea why I think that's the case. So I could be wrong.
Practiced medicine since 1994. He doesn't believe in medicine. Would you want to go to a medical doctor that thinks like he can cure you of everything through prayer and healing?
Okay. Hey, Sue Elliott, thank you so much for the super chat. EKC People Sock headed toward you tomorrow. Yay! Sue's moving. She's moving from Northwest Coast to East Coast. It's way cooler over here. Seriously. We don't have the giant trees, which, all right, yeah, it's point against us for granted. But it's way cooler here.
No, his degree can't be revoked. They can't revoke a degree. He finished school. So you can't call yourself a doctor. It's different. Like he finished medical school. I already explained this in another live. He finished medical school. Yes. But he cannot legally call himself a doctor and hold himself out as a medical doctor because he's not. It's false
isn't it something like,
and it puts like a false sense of security in someone.
He can't call himself a medical doctor, but he can call himself a doctor of medicine or something like that, or doctorate of medicine, because like him completing and passing medical school is kind of like someone who's passed and completed law school. They have a was it Juris Doctor or whatever degree. They're a doctorate. So isn't that the same case with a medical degree? Only you can't go around saying that, hey, I'm I don't know, Trapper John MD or whatever the fucking dudes would know. I don't even remember the name of the show, but something like that. MD at the end of the name. You can't do that, sure. At least, or maybe you can, but you can't do it if you charge money or something. Is it just the money thing that makes it disallowed, or is it doing it with or without money? I'm not sure.
Someone. So there's laws in the state of California. It's like impersonating a police officer. Yes, he finished medical school. Yes, he has his MD, but he doesn't have a license to practice medicine anymore.
Oh my God. Whatever that noise is in the background, I don't know if that's her dog walking around or if that's something Todd's doing. Like, it sounds like a salt shaker or something. Just like what are they called? Merengues? Or, I don't even know. But that's what it sounds like. Those rattle things. That's what it sounds like. It's so annoying. Oh, I was going to read something too. That's right. Lisa. He is more of a doctor than she is a reporter. Just saying. Word.
He can't practice.
Maracas, thank you.
He can't practice. He can't give medical advice. If he gives
Weird.
medical advice under the guise that he's a doctor, he's breaking the law. So if he is telling people to trust him because he's a doctor and that he gives medical advice to the members because he's a doctor, he's actually breaking the law. You can't do that.
What the fuck is that noise? Is that her? No.
He could be sued, yes. But then he prevents people from going to get their own education. Doesn't let them watch TV. Doesn't let them go on the internet. They don't get to listen to music.
He prevents people from going to get their own education. He doesn't let them watch TV or go on the internet. Well, I guess we know how she's educating her son. I'm sorry. That might have been a little bit of a low blow and a little bit of a stretch, sure. But that's it. That's the first thing that came to my mind, though, when she said, yeah, he won't let them get an education. He won't let them watch TV, go on the computer. Like, is that what you think an education is? I mean, sure, those things can help, no doubt. But
music, they don't get to listen. Like, they don't get to have a TV. Someone said Slavic doesn't have a TV on his wall because they can't watch TV. He tells them that the TV, they shouldn't watch TV because it has like bad influences. He doesn't want them to have access to any outside influences. He doesn't want them to hear the truth about anything. So if you're wondering if they're seeing this, probably not. Will they ever see this? No. They'll hear about it from him. He'll lie about it. But they don't get to watch TV. What they read is highly monitored.
I just heard it go by as the dog walked by. So that means that's what you're hearing this entire time she's streaming, is this dog just pacing around like it's just full of like nervousness and anxiety or something, or it just really needs to go out really bad, one or the other. I don't know. Or it can't find its water and food. I don't know.
He does. He says TV is secular. He says,
or it's running from the cat.
The news is secular. He's a huge conspiracy theorist. No, like their phones are monitored. Their social media is monitored. Their emails are monitored. I mean, one of the members flat out told me that they hacked.
Isn't social media and emails on the internet though? Right?
Into her email and sent emails like her to people that she loved that were rude. And he doesn't want to have a lot of members because he can't control them, because really what he's doing is human trafficking.
There it is.
But he says he's not trafficking. Anytime you're coercing someone under the guise of power and influence and taking away their rights and free will, that's kind of what human trafficking is. Maybe you're from, I don't know. I think some of them are actually from North Korea. Someone said one of them is, I don't know if it's Hannah or is him.
One of them is not like all these people from North Korea. One of them, someone said one of them is from North Korea.
But they're using tactics that are from North Korea. And
oh my God.
That's coming directly from Korean immigrants. Slavic and the money he raised, they said, is probably not going to Ukraine. Don't expect $1 of that to go to Ukraine.
Now she's accusing Slavic of what? Fraud?
They said they think that has Robert all over it. Why is Miranda denying this? Because if she doesn't deny it, she'll probably get reamed out by Hannah, and she doesn't know she's in a cult. She's been given a script. Have you not watched her videos? She's literally reading from a script. She has a notebook she reads from.
Yes, lots of people do that. They make notes so they don't forget things. So they remember a sequence of things, whatever.
Where is it? And then every time I post something, they delete something. I mean, like, if you're not trying to hide anything, why are you deleting everything?
How does one be so unaware of their own hypocrisy? Like, how does their own head not explode?
Oh, I can't find it.
Yeah, I agree, Ann. I think that dog is looking for a way to run away.
None of them are going to know anything because they don't tell them anything. They don't get open lines of communication with their families. Like, what you and I think is normal is not normal for them. What is up is down for them. What's left is right. They don't know anything. They're like in an alternative universe.
They're aliens?
They
Not
don't
just
have
the illegal
a PR
kind?
person. They don't. Their PR person is Hannah or Shirley or Chloe. They're also extremely cheap and they don't want to spend money on things.
Except for Bentleys.
The story is everywhere. Like, I don't know. It's everywhere. It's on Daily Mail TV. It's on Rolling Stone. It's on The Sun. It's on.
It's not helping your case, though, because it may very well be everywhere, or at least appear to be everywhere. But where did these everywhere stories come from? Like, who are they quoting? Who are they referencing? Who are they naming as a source? That's what I would be paying attention to if I were her.
Every outlet has covered this. It's everywhere. I don't like that they're using Kendra and Tight Eyes as people of color to look and act stereotypically like all the horrible stereotypes of Black people.
Horrible
like
stereotypes.
Act out, and then they're also using them as like
horrible stereotypes. Like, wow.
The butt of jokes, which I think is deplorable. And then like acting like they did a skit yesterday where they're like, they have Aubrey acting like he's a thief. They aren't able to travel like by themselves. Miranda is never allowed to be alone, ever. She is monitored constantly. She has never spoken to her family without James there. All of the communication is initiated by James. I mean, that's what they told you in the live stream. They weren't lying.
I don't remember that.
James is her minder. Someone sent me a message and said that I need to be sensitive to James because James is a victim and I don't have a right to defend his son. And I say, fuck that. I have the son's mom. I have Jaden's mom, who I talk to all the time, telling me that Jaden misses his dad, that James is a deadbeat dad, that James gave up everything to go and join another cult. You can be empathetic to him, but I'm not going to excuse a man from abandoning a child just because he's a victim of a cult. I'm sorry. You're a grown-ass adult. His son
It's
is
not
10
your
years old. I'm
job.
a 9-year-old. I would never put myself in a...
It's not your job or your responsibility to establish guilt or blame for anyone involved here, let alone determine punishment. It's great. Sure, you're not going to overlook that. Nobody asked you to fucking pay attention to begin with. What the fuck?
In a situation like that, I would never put myself in a situation again where I'm again following a man who is being abusive,
Again,
who has a history of sexual harassment,
50-27.
just like his previous leader. But I'm not going to excuse a man from abandoning a child just because he's a victim of a cult. I'm sorry. You're a grown-ass adult. His son is 10 years old. I have a 9-year-old. I would never put myself in a situation like that. I would never put myself in a situation again where I'm again following a man who is being abusive.
I don't know. I read that as she said what she said the first time, and then it dawned on her what she should have said, or like, oh, I need to say that I will never find myself in that situation again. Yeah. Like,
who has a history of sexual harassment, just like his previous leader. And it's not nuanced because he's Black. It's literally just the facts. It's not racist for Angie, Jaden's mom, to stand up for her son and say, my son deserves better than this.
what?
Jaden doesn't have a father. And while James is driving around in a Tesla, I think he's getting $500 a month in child support. So Robert said that they're paying more to the IRS than I make, which I think is hilarious because how does he know it's in my bank account? But
I think you might know
making all that
now.
money and James can drive a Tesla and your child's getting $500 a month. You're stealing from Jaden. If you can afford a Tesla, which is like a $90,000 car, right? And Jaden gets $500 a month from you.
Wait for it.
Jaden deserves better than that. It doesn't matter if the Tesla was gifted to him. If the Tesla was gifted to him, it came from that money. You're missing the point. If it was gifted to him by the church, it doesn't matter.
You can't stay away from the logic. You're missing the point here. It's not logic.
Gifted to him, that a gift is still taxable. You have a
What? Did she just use the fact that James owns a not quote unquote $90,000 Tesla? Did you just use that against him as proof or evidence that he's stealing from his son? And then you offer up an argument to support that by saying, well, it's sure that the car was free, but it's still taxable. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
have a car, James. Why aren't you going to see your son? You can drive to see your son, but you don't. You're missing out on Jaden's basketball games. You're missing out on all of his, like, everything he does at school, all of his events, all of his recitals, all of his conferences.
How do you know who's there for all of these things?
You wanted to be better than what you had. And yet you promised Angie that you weren't going to let Jaden down. And that's what you've done. And you're following a man.
I don't know.
Who abandoned his kids. The money that you paid for your Tesla should have gone to your son.
But he didn't pay for it, though.
You're gallivanting around and drinking your shitty ass coffee.
Didn't she just read from the chat and even like seem to agree with the fact that he didn't buy the car? That either the church or someone else, some other way, provided him with a Tesla without anything coming out of his pocket? Didn't she just make that claim?
And making your stupid videos. You are so lucky that Angela is a smart ass woman and a good mother. And that you are so lucky that Jaden has a stepfather that cares about him. and that Jaden's stepfather has stepped into his life in a way that you never would. And if you're Miranda, heart to heart, woman to woman, if he did it to Angela, he's gonna do it to you. You're 9 years difference in age. He's 30, what? James went after you for a reason, Miranda, and it wasn't because you were pretty. It's because no woman his age would put up with his shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, Miranda. He just wanted someone young, naive, and gullible. He obviously didn't want anyone pretty. That's why he chose you. Like, that's, oh my God, it's so fucked up to say. Not to mention, it's completely wrong. I mean, the chick is gorgeous. What the fuck is she talking about?
And what about you, Kendra? Why are you pretending to be married to a man who is already married to his first wife? Why are you pretending to be married to a man?
What did that mean? Shouldn't she say they're still married to his first wife rather than was already married to his first wife? The fact that she's a first wife would already kind of imply that the already having happened is the case. So, I mean, it seems weird.
Who abandoned his 4-year-old son. Why are you pretending to have a blissful relationship with a man who cheated relentlessly on his first wife, on his second wife, and I'm sure as hell confident he's going to cheat on you?
Lots of women
These
do that
men
now.
are victims, but they sought this group out for a reason. They wanted money.
Done it.
Miranda has zero chemistry with B-Dash. Miranda has more chemistry with Slavic. The real couple, if I'm being honest, should be Slavic and Miranda.
Dude, so I heard that. I heard her say that in this video, like an hour before I had to leave with my son to go see the concert the other night, Sunday night. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to put this together in a video so bad before. And we had like an hour drive out to Syracuse. So on the way out there, I'm searching for it because I don't remember where it is she said in the video. I never took a note of it. I skipped through the entire fucking thing. And it's like we were probably like, I don't know, just coming into Syracuse. So we had like 10 minutes driving left to get to the On Center. And was it it was the On Center. So, and that's right about there is when I noticed, oh, wait, I can speed up the playback in this. Fuck. That's bullshit. So I hurried up and put it on, and then I quickly found it, and I recorded it, and I grabbed a few screenshots, and then we were there, and I went into the concert, and then after the concert, I put it all together. But I was like, oh my God, it's so fucked up. I can't believe I missed that the first time listening to this. Like, does she not see how this looks? Like, even if she didn't mean it like this, or I don't believe she knowingly meant it like this, or purposely meant it like this. I think maybe at the worst, she subconsciously meant it, or at best, she just didn't mean it, didn't realize how it sounded. Either way, how do you not realize how it sounds? How do you not realize that? Whether you mean it like that or not, how do you not recognize that that's how it's going to be received by people? I couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
Those two actually look like they like each other.
Hi, Melly Lynn. Bye, Melly, I understand.
Who said I'm making this about race? Don't cheat on your wife. Don't abandon your kids. There's James's wife right there. Hi, Angela. Ex-wife. There's Jaden's mom is in here. Jaden's mom is here. Jaden's not white. I don't know. I'm not going to share a photo of Jaden, but Jaden is definitely not white. He looks just like James.
Oh, she doesn't share the image. Yeah, don't worry. OAH.
He literally he's like a mini James. He has like super curly hair. Yeah, he's Hispanic and black. So he's got like thick brown curly hair. Why would it matter if she was with Slavic or James? The point is she's with a man that she's not in love with, and James and Miranda's marriage was more than likely forced. Because that's what he does. He does. He looks just
Why?
like James.
Which one of those two needed the green card? Because I thought that they were both U.S. citizens. So which one of James and Miranda needed the green card to make it a forced marriage? You know, like who did for a forced marriage? One is I envision one is being like basically sold to the other in a sense. So who was the one being sold there? I don't know. I don't think it was that forced, really.
And Jaden is so lucky to have you, Angela.
Angela, run.
He's very lucky to have your fiance.
I have no doubt that your son is very lucky to have you and your fiance. Absolutely. But run away from Katie. Just run, please.
Like, if Angela was being smart, she would like literally sue for child support right now, which would open up all of the books, Robert. Wouldn't that be like the worst thing if like a child support case brought the whole cult down?
Oh, so you want to use her and her son to expose what you determined to be this cult. That's what you're doing, right? If she were smart, she would let me do this. She would do this for me if she were smart, but she's not. So here we are. Like, that's how that sounds.
Could you imagine?
Don't settle down there. Don't get too
For
excited.
child support, they would audit all of his finances and they would see exactly how you're paying bills. You're stealing from children the way that you're doing this. Jaden calls him dad.
She's smiling.
And you have, does your fiance have 2 little girls? Yeah. That's an awesome idea, right? Do an audit of bank accounts for child support.
She's so excited over that idea.
He will file for bankruptcy. Well, that's the opposite of prosperity that Robert teaches. They don't take it lightly. So you have B-Dash, who's a victim, but he's also a father who abandoned his son, and he has a car, and he's like, I mean, you guys, come on. Imagine you're 10, it's your birthday, it's August 21st, and all you want is your dad to call you.
We're at 58:50. There's only like 6 minutes. No, I forget how many. Wait a minute. I just want to double check because ever since I read that in the chat, now I want to make sure that there is no image or whatever showed. Let me just see something real quick because this will let me pull it up. Yeah, no, she doesn't show anything in this. Oh wait, right at the end, she shows something. Oh no, that's the beginning, I think. Okay, all right. No, we're good.
Literally, the only thing that you want for your birthday is your dad to call you. And you think it would be so cool if your dad would like send you a message online, post something to you. And then you go check your dad's social media thinking maybe my dad sent me a message. And instead your dad posted his engagement video to a woman you barely know. And you had no clue that he was planning to get married to this woman. He didn't tell you. He didn't wish you a happy birthday. He posted the engagement video on your 10th birthday. That's like a memory that will never be forgotten.
I don't know. I do think it's absolutely unforgivable and inexcusable to not wish your child a happy birthday on their birthday. I don't know what transpired though, as far as that is concerned. It sounds like it could have been either one. But the parents are divorced. Clearly the child is going to know that parents are dating. I mean, the child has a step parent already, right? So they have to know and realize that the other parent is very likely dating. So to learn about an engagement when I don't think that would be this this traumatic thing like she's trying to exploit it to be. I mean, maybe if the parents had just split up and nobody really dated anyone yet, sure, that would be one hell of a shock. And I get it then. But we're so far past that here, right? Though if he didn't wish his kid a happy birthday and that's all he did was just upload this video, then yeah, that's fucked up.
And then you talk to your dad and he just acts like it's no big deal. Like it's not a thing. And you ask him if he's married and he said he's been married for a while.
Wait, I thought he was just engaged. When did he get married? I thought in her like picture scenario here that he just uploaded the engagement video. Like when did he get married on the son's birthday too? I mean, did all of this happen in one day? I'm lost. Fucking Katie Joy timelines, of course. Just get lost.
And then your son sees this in the news right now, and he sees all the attention you're getting, and he sees you going to the Super Bowl, and he sees you like in commercials, and he has a breakdown with his mom, and he says, I wish my dad cared more about me than he cared about money and fame.
Wait, I just want to double check something. Oh, fucking hate. Yeah, she does show something, but she doesn't show the kid. Okay. Looks like Gwen Stefani.
So your 10-year-old watching you from the background just wants his dad, and all you want is money. And you know what the Bible says? Money is the root of all evil.
Does it say that?
You're really going to shame Shannon? Well, the 10-year-old shouldn't be on social media. And if he's such a bad person, why would you want him in your son's life? Oh, Shannon. Goodbye.
They didn't say that he was a bad person. They said they're accusing him of being a bad father.
By going online, what are you going to do? Even every child wants their parents. Angela says, I let him on social media because he wanted to keep up with his dad's videos. It's very monitored. Exactly, Angela. Thank you. If the only way that your child gets to see their dad is through social media.
Yeah, no, the mom's not wrong there.
So let's not victim shame here. Alexandra was a dancer for Janet Jackson.
Okay.
I actually took some screenshots and I actually took some videos. And I'm like, I feel really sad that her life has come to this because she didn't need 7M. She is so talented. I'm
going to have to mute that. Okay. She talks, I'm sorry, but I can't have that playing. Yeah. She's pointing out the dancer, the Alexandra, whatever, who she's talking about here. And then next it's going to go to either Beyonce or Janet Jackson. I don't remember. Janet Jackson. Okay. Sorry. She only plays it for like a minute. Actually, she's going to wrap it up in a second here.
Janet Jackson video.
Here.
This is a woman that didn't need 7M. And you know what makes me really sad is this is her new video right now with Miranda. And it's so irritating to me because it's like she was in a Janet video and now she's dancing to a Janet song, sitting in a chair directed by Isaiah Shin.
But she can't live the rest of her life on Janet's tour. I mean, pretty sure she did some downtime shit in between the Gwen Stefani tour and the Janet Jackson tour. And she could very well end up in another tour, like in a month or whatever. Like, what?
Like, you literally were on tour with Janet for years.
For years. Like, how long does she think Janet was on tour for? Like, consecutively, it sounds. I don't know. It's quiet. I didn't mute it. Yeah, it's not muted. Why is it muted? I don't know. So strange. Can you guys hear it?
That's like a memory that will.
Okay, no, it's a video. All right. God damn it.
Feeling a little.
Why does it keep doing that? Okay, that must just be the end of it. All right.
Sad is this is her new video right now with Miranda, and it's so
105.54
to me because it's like.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's the end of the video. That's all I got for it too. I don't have anything else. Well, I think that there's two other ones from her on that day, but I already played one of them the other night. The other one, she just talks about the Duggars the entire time, so I'm not gonna play it. But yeah, that's some crazy shit, huh? Anything else? I don't think there's anything else. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that's that. That's that. Let me close that out. Get over here. So that was, like I said, I think it's April 2nd or something. What was it? April 3rd. I was sent this April 3rd. I was sent to April 3rd at 3:46 a.m. So it might have actually been a live stream from the 2nd then. So. Al Capone. Hey, lady, 7M is how big my dick is. Is that millimeters or meters? But it's Al Capone, so I'm guessing it's meters or miles. No. Hi, Queen Donnie. I think I said that right. KJ telling her audience to not victim shame is like Trump telling his supporters the same. I feel like that could be a running sentence regardless of the context. Katie saying such and such is just like Trump saying such and such. I mean, I wonder if you compared some of their tweets, if you could really even tell who wrote what. That'd be a fun game. We should do that some night. Anyway, KJ's the Alex Jones of reality TV. Yeah. Yeah, pretty accurate. Sue Elliott. Did you call Dirty Uncle Sal a hoe? I know you guys are joking. That's why I said that. Oh God, yeah. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm tired. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I get to sleep late. I'm stoned, how can you tell? So, all right, guys, thanks for being here. I had fun tonight. So I'll be around tomorrow. I'll stream at some point tomorrow. I don't know when though. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye.